Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with another episode. I'm going to be doing my best to recap as much as possible of that card shop box. So it was the one that was for under $30. And I went through and kind of did my best to sort just the common stuff and cards that I might potentially keep here or see what we do with them. PC stuff, whatever it might be. We won't look at the vintage. That's from a different box just yet. We'll wait a little bit on that. But that will be coming in the future. It might actually even come before this video comes out. We'll see. But either way, let's go and get into this, and I will try and share with you as much as I possibly can. So, and try not to take up a whole bunch of your time. But I imagine this will probably go for at least half an hour. So first off, this was in there. It's a 2020 Topps baseball set. I do not know if it's the complete set because it has been open. Potentially. Guess the big card there, Yordan Alvarez, rookie maybe. I don't even know who else was. So I mean, there's some gaps in there. So it's possible it's not complete. I don't know if I'll check that or not, or keep it as a set, or break it up, or what. I really don't know. I don't know if it's worth it or not. There's apparently, it says there's a parallel set, so maybe that's what they took out. Who knows? So yeah, there's that to think about, I guess. Next up, pull these couple cards out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a PC of players who have my first name, Caleb, or they have the same last name. So we got Roger Craig, who actually he really does look like he could be related, but as far as we know, he is not. So I pulled that one out. I was like, we'll start a little side PC. I used to do that before and stopped over years ago. Don't remember why. Then next, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start collecting George Kirby cards because he does not look like me from the front, but I saw him after the playoff game that he had pitched in the dugout. He looked kind of like me from the side. So some others thought so too. So I was like, maybe it'd be fun. And then he's tall and lanky like me, I guess. So similar characteristics, but that's about it. Just he looks like me from the side. Another person that somebody thinks looks like me is Connor Brogdon. So maybe we could collect him too. I don't know. We'll see. Just that's kind of like a goofy side PC kind of thing. But that's an option. Then we have this big stack here. These are all, I guess, prospect cards. So these are all guys that I'm setting aside to see if maybe they do okay. I don't know. I don't know who most of them are. Never heard of them. I was looking at some of their ages and they were still relatively young, that maybe they could come up to the big league someday and they have 2 or 3 decent seasons. Who knows? So maybe if you are more familiar with prospects, you can let me know, but I'll just kind of flip through them here. I think these are all like 2023, so they're relatively new. A lot of these guys, some of these guys are like teenagers. They're like 18, 19 years old, so like it could be years before you see them. They may not even be playing for anybody. I don't even know. But I'll put them. They'll go in a separate section, and like in a box or something, and we'll just check it maybe in a year or two and see if any of the like, oh yeah, I got these guys. So like I know Drew Jones. I think that's Andrew Jones' son. So, but other guys, I don't know. And some are older. I think some are 22. So I may not even. Max Muncy, I know. So we'll see here. Nico Cavadas, I don't think he's already made a debut before. Ryan Pepio, he is currently playing, but you never know. may not do so well. So I also figured, maybe at least give them 2 or 3 years to prove themselves once they are in the league. Give them a chance, like Romy Gonzalez. I don't know. There's not an exact structure going on here. Then there's some chrome cards, so those are always cool. So all kinds of stuff. There's a whole bunch of this guy's cards. I don't even know. We got even more if he ends up panning out, I guess. Same with that guy. There's a lot of those, but I did not grab them all. This is just, maybe we will later, but for now, hold off on that. These are the regular base. Mitchell, Savion Curry. I don't even know. Jose Budo, D.L. Hall, Jawan Bay, Corey Lee, Zach Thompson. So I'm like, seeing if they pan out, I guess. I don't even know about Luis Frias. James Outman, he's in there for now. Drew Waters. So just kind of monitor and I guess see if they end up doing something or not. Samuel Zavala, heard of before. And Brooks Lee, I've heard of before. And that's about it. So those are just kind of like a extra project there. There were a couple of older cards that I thought I'd keep. Frank Pastore has an interesting story. Kind of rhymed there a little bit. Not intentional. And then Tim Raines, not in great shape, but we'll keep him. He's a Hall of Famer. I figured I'll start putting in binders the older cards. At least 83 and older at the moment. And if 83 is too much, I might do just 82 or 81. We'll see. But for now, 83. Figure, that's about 43-ish years. So 42 years. Almost 43 years now. Okay, that's pretty old, right? I guess for cardboard. Not saying for a person. Don't worry, I'm not calling 40-year-olds old. If you're 90, maybe you're old. We'll go with that one. Then these are hockey stars, I think. And I could have missed a ton because there's a whole stack of them. But I tried to have a threshold. I was like, I figure if they're around or past 300 goals by now, they're probably pretty good. I don't know. And I also looked at like their assists. Like if they have like double the assists and they've scored goals, they're probably pretty good too. So, and goalies too, is like looking at wins and stuff. So, I don't even know. Some of these guys were obvious. Some of these are like, maybe. So, Patrick Kane, like I know that one. Nicholas Backstrom. Like I've heard some of these names, but I don't know most of them. So that was interesting. It was fun too to be able to look them up. Be like looking at stats and stuff and try and figure out the best I could. Some of these guys too, you're like, I'm surprised they're not a Hall of Famer yet, but maybe they will be soon. So I guess put Patrice Price Boy, I don't even know. I was also looking at like defensemen. I figured if like they're around or past 100 goals as defensemen, it's usually uncommon. So that's usually probably means they're probably pretty good as well. Because defensemen aren't usually known for scoring. Might help with assists, but that's about it. There's all sorts of years, like 2000, early 2000s. There's 94. There's ones that go up to like 2014, 2016, 2018, I think. It's really random. I might try to send a few off, maybe, to some players who are still playing in the pile that's off camera. You can't see it. Oh, and I did find my tripod, so that's helping this video out, I think. Hopefully this makes it easier for viewing. Some of these are repeats, like in this Upper Deck MVP set. There's like 2 or 3 of the same people. Yeah, that's alright. could let me know if I did well, if I did okay, if I did terribly. Picking out the stars or identifying them. Because I don't know. Almost to the end. There we go. So many. All right. Hockey Hall of Famers. Here we go. Very small pile, but there's a few. Matt Sundin, Marian Hossa, Peter Forsberg, Henrik Sedin, Daniel Sedin. So is that supposed to be in the Hall of Fame? I don't even remember. I feel like I saw them in stars. Jeremy Roenick, Pierre Turgeon, Shea Weber, Joe Thornton, Sergei Zubov, Joe Nieuwendyk, Joe Mullen, and Roberto Luongo. That's what we have for the Hall of Famers. Why are these? Apparently, those were mixed out of the stars too. Alex Ovechkin, checklist card with Dave Pastrnak, Chris Osgood. And there's just these I was thinking of keeping because they're popular in their sports. Coco Gauff, Paige Sporanic, Lexi Thompson, Chloe Kim. I think I've heard of this guy, so he's subject to change. By Tiger Woods. I don't know about her. Coco Gauff again. Mike Tyson, Tiger Woods. So that just kind of goes in a separate thing. Whether we keep them or not, I don't really even know. But I just stuck them in there. These should be basketball stars, to my knowledge. Again, I am not very knowledgeable of the more current day guys, but I did my best to look at kind of statistics and see how they, like what they were doing, or if they look like they'll be good. I could also make a separate section for guys to wait to see if they will be good, because there's some that they've only been playing a year or two, so it really depends. But either way, these guys I figured, are more established. And obviously, we know Curry and Giannis, so. But I had to look up a lot of the players, because I'm like, I don't even know. So it wasn't as many basketballs as the last box, but that's okay. We got so much basketball. Dennis Schroeder, I just kind of liked him, so I guess put him in there. I don't know if he's really a star. Some of these guys are past their prime, but they, just the cumulative stats, I guess. So that's what I found for that. And then there's just one Magic Johnson card for the Hall of Fame for basketball. Not a whole lot. We'll take a break from the stars. These are numbered cards. So there's this cool 2023. Yeah. Alec Thomas. Future Stars, I guess some sort of a July 4th or parallel maybe, because it's numbered to 76. So I put that in a top loader. I'm like, I've never seen that before. There's this Casey Mize rookie that is numbered to 299. I think that's from 2020. There's a Pavin Smith. This is a green and it's numbered to 199. I almost missed that. Mike Fulton-Newitz, I don't know, however you say his name, number the 2022. Also, it's Pat Valeka, number 2022. Thought I'd collect some number cards. They look cool. This is 2019 or 2018? 2018, so that's number the 2018 gold. It's a lot harder to see that it's gold on that year than others, but I always liked those Topps gold cards. I just thought they were cool. Let's see here. So here's like the football stars. That one I'm a little bit more knowledgeable. Maybe not the newer guys, but these guys that might be in the Hall of Fame someday. Or I used to put my binders, if you guys were familiar with my binder videos. these were ones that I would usually set aside and save. So I put them all in penny sleeves, separated them. It was fun. So all these Prism cards, ton of those. So I did my best to determine who kind of is or pretty good. Maybe some of them might just be like fan favorites, you know. What we'll do with these exactly, I don't know, but for now they go in a box. There's another half a stack here. Hopefully it doesn't make everything all fall. Saquon. I mean, that guy's all messed up, but sure, he was a good player, I guess, before he was messed up. Pretty cool Zenith cards. That guy's throwing away his career, Justin Tucker. Same as Odell. See what happens to those two. For a second, I almost thought these were like an error card because the name didn't line up, and then I realized that's just how they normally are. So I was like, oh. And then these are elite. I don't think these are parallels. I think they're normally kind of have this refractory rainbow-like foil. These are all from Playoff or Panini Chronicles. Which they have some interesting stuff, like showing them in their college uniform and stuff. So that was that for the NFL stars. Then we got NFL Hall of Famers. I think Orlando Pace is a Hall of Famer. I believe, if I remember right. So he went in there. I did not look that one up. Guess I should have checked. Interesting Shannon Sharp card. Dan Marino. So all sorts of years there. And you got the Paninis. A few repeats throughout there, but for the most part, different players. Even some from the Panini Chronicles. That would have been, if Score would have actually made a football set like that. Like the baseball style, that would have been actually pretty cool. What we not? What next? Baseball stars, maybe? There wasn't. Well, there was a lot of baseball, but not necessarily stars, I guess. Maybe more in the rookies. There's the regular version of Alec Thomas. Shohei Ohtani. A lot of these, though, they have corner dings, so they're not like mint condition. So I guess putting them in sleeves will at least preserve, hopefully, what they are and won't get worse. Hey, we'll take it. Like this Bryce Harper is really dinged up. I guess I kind of thought it was cool. Like makes it look like it's old when it's not. There's a few chrome. I always like the chrome cards, so it's always a plus for me, I think. I think this was a card. I'm pretty sure this card was in my very first ever baseball pack, Carlos Beltran. I think. I know I had Mike Piazza, Roger Clemens, a couple others because I only had 5 cards. But this product was the first ever baseball pack I ever bought and opened. 2004 Fleer Showcase. Or inscribed, my bad. I think it was $2.99. This basically was all my money that I had. Oh, there's a couple of Sammy Sosa there, front and back. Did not know it. I guess they can stay in there, it's fine. So yeah, fun fact, that was my first ever baseball card product I opened. I was 8 years old in 2004. And they were technically old because they're from 2003. So maybe they were 04. Went to Walmart. Then there's some Hall of Famers and just mostly stuff you find a lot of. There's a Griffey Looney Tunes, Gary Carter, and their Helen Trammell put them there. So nothing to write home about there, but okay. Big stacks. So these are inserts over here, these two piles, and these should be parallels. More than likely. They're not sorted by sport, they're just sorted by what they are. Because I started running out of room on this little tiny desk. So we'll just quickly thumb through these for you to see. Try and give you at least a good chance to take a look at all of them. I do have, there was a lot of these that were a different color in the background. So I was like, I think the white ones are the normal insert and then the other ones are potentially parallel. So those you'll see in those stacks, but I don't know if anybody knows if that's actually correct or not. Got Michael Harris second, Riley Green. Put them in top loaders. I thought they were better rookies, I guess. And there are more rookies in here. If they came from an insert set, they go in here rather than the rookie cards. Those are just for base. Austin Riley. There's even a racing Bobby Labonte. I assume it's just an insert. Just this stack up. There's quite a few of these from Absolute Memorabilia, which is pretty cool. Don't have any of them or ever seen any of them before. So it's always a plus to find new cards that you never seen before. Always get excited with those. I don't know about you. Some more playoff. Mason Rudolph. Some more Prism inserts. I think they're all 2019. Actually, older than I thought. That one's actually a parallel. I think the pink. Oh, there's some rookies, Travis Etienne and Darius Toney and stuff. Quiddy Pay, I think is how you say his name. I don't even know. I haven't watched any Colts games to hear. So here's there's a whole bunch of hockey inserts, which is pretty cool. So I don't have very many hockey inserts, so that was a pleasant surprise. And these are from 2016. Rising Stars. Figured if I saw some of the players that I didn't know in the star pile and they were in there, I'm like, well, they think that they're stars, so maybe I was correct. These might actually be parallels, but don't remember. Guess we'll have to check before we go to officially sort everything. This isn't necessarily an insert, but it's like a 2013 Panini. I guess it technically would be an insert. It's supposed to be a replica of those old bottom cards or whatever, 30s, 40s. There's this guy, Pete Alonso, commemorative helmet. Interesting. Just I thought. Stars in the MOB. Thunderstruck. Nick York. Almost looks like I'm like others like there's supposed to be like an autograph or something there, or just a random blank space. Grayson Rodriguez. There's some of the World Baseball Classic cards. Those are pretty cool. All right. We're almost done, guys. Parallels. They should be, to my knowledge. That one's a really Black Border Mini, all kinds of messed up. But I just thought, I was like, it kind of looks old. I was originally just going to throw it away, but it's like, you know what? We'll keep it. I love the X-Fractors. I always like those. Got a Bradley Green rookie card. I think these are parallels with the sparkle, but maybe that's just what they normally look like. I don't know. Got some refractors as well. Chrome refractors, prism refractors. So I always like those two. Anytime I got them. So I was happy to find those. I put the holiday ones in there because even though they're technically a set of their own, they are a parallel of the main set. So technically, I guess it counts. I think that's a sepia rookie refractor, Brian Hayes. See if he does better with the Reds. Hopefully, because he's a talented player. The Pirates, yeah, it's just sad. They don't invest in their team, so if he can go be in a team that's better, maybe do better there. So I liked finding this stuff. Don't know about you. Shiny fractor cards and stuff. I mean, this stuff isn't going to be of high value or anything like that. And I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for cool stuff to put in the collection. Kind of get restarted again. Collect at a slow pace. I think these are parallels because they're thicker than normal. So he went in there. So yeah. Not looking to break the bank. Can't afford cards like that anyways. Got bills to pay. School to go to. Hours aren't always consistent in the job, so. But maybe once in a blue moon, buy some cards and just sort through them and see if there's stuff to keep. Give away the rest or something. Don't know. There's the holiday basketball, I think. This was interesting. This is a... I've never seen this before. If I can read it. Home team advantage seal. I don't know. Don't know what that means. Then there's a Topps Gold. I did not keep all the Topps Gold cards. I only kept the ones of the players who were of note. So there's 2 Trevor Hoffman rookies. There's a George Brett, Craig Biggio, Pat Mahomes because he's Patrick Mahomes' dad, Cal Eldred. Other guys are just commons. And Eldred's in there because he was kind of supposed to be good. So that's the only reason why he made the cut, I guess. Otherwise, he would just been in the comments. I guess because it's a rookie cup, I thought I made it different. I think some of those might be rookies, and I mixed them up. Oh, you know what? So that was just one pile parallel. These are all rookies. So these should all be base, most likely. So these are players who have at least done something so far, are expected to do something, or I just like. So, Jazz Chisholm, William Contreras, or they're known for something, or maybe they won a Rookie of the Year, Gold Glove. I don't know. I'd value some way, somehow. I mean, Bo Naylor, he's not very good with the bat, but he's a decent defense catcher, so Let's see how he works out, I guess. Got Scary Carry, a couple rookies of his. Nick Madrigal, he was just good 1 year, but I was like, sure, whatever, put him in there. Corbin Carroll, Michael Harris. Again. Swallow Cabrera, he's just a bench bat, but hey. Put him in there. What year are these from again? 23. Burt Beatty seems to be figuring out now. JG Blade maybe with the A's there. Corbin Carroll rookie again. So I mean, just on a budget, getting some rookie guards. Vinny Pasquantino, Riley Green again. So that's all I was looking for. Roy Cabrera, Riley Green. Luis Arias, Blaze Alexander, Ryan O'Hearn. Some football. There's an Adley Rutschman from Goodwin Champions. That was kind of cool. No, it's not like valuable or anything. There's a Byron Buxton draft picks card, or top prospects card. I mean, Horner. I think this is a Framber Valdez rookie card, but it might actually be a second here. Put Kyle Lewis in there because he won a Rookie of the Year in 2020, I think it was. These are kind of sort of these guys' rookie cards. You know, they came out earlier. I'll put Francisco Cabrera because he was a hero for the Braves there in 1992. Knocking in around there. That's the only reason why I put him in there. There's a Caleb. Maybe we keep him here. Maybe we, I don't know. Put him in the Caleb collection. Who knows? Just a few basketball rookies. I kept the Wander Franco just because it's pure stupidity. So, Eric Dietrich, Corey Seager, that was all dinged up. Tommy Abreu, another Wander Franco. Craig Vaughn, minor league card there. Jack Flaherty, Brian Hayes again. Several Joe Adells. Mark Gracie, Kyber Ruiz, Cy Gray, and yeah. Whew, that's a lot of cards, guys. My arms are tired. So I hope you enjoyed just going through, seeing all the stuff that I grabbed out, and maybe you're like, oh, I think the same as you, or maybe you're like, wow, I would not have put that person aside at all. So you have to let me know what you thought. Now I can go put these cards away. And then next we'll do these older cards, just show you what I pulled out. That should hopefully not take too terribly long. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.